welcome back to my channel. My name is Daisha. I am the owner of PGL Planners, and this is my YouTube channel where we do everything faith and planning. And welcome to today's video. We are going to be planning my week, and of course in Zoomnotes, you guys know the whole entire routine. I'm changing out my cover because I wanted to use the one from August's box. This was actually the freebie cover that I was using right now, and I wanted to switch to one of the ones from the box. Pre-warning, this video is going to go from being in real time to screen recording. I had a lot of things going on this day. I was trying my hardest to film because it's been like 11 days or 12 days since I had filmed anything. So I needed to get something filmed. It's been really crazy in my house. We are back to homeschooling. We're trying out a new curriculum, and I'm really liking it a lot. My daughter's performing very nicely where she should be in a lot of the subjects. Clearly I'm not. And everything, and she's really excited about it. And my son is taking things very seriously. He's only 3, but he'll be 4, so I'm starting him out. He's writing, working on letters and things like that, and what words start with certain letters, and the same stuff basically that I did with my daughter. The funny thing though is that I'm pretty sure I started with my daughter a little bit earlier. Like, he's been learning, but the intensity that I'm doing for him now, I think I did for Leia at least a year in advance. But girls tend to learn faster, and I feel like she was just somehow ready. They mature faster too. But anyways, this month's box is just so pretty. I don't know what it is, but it just looks clean no matter what you do. You guys see, like, I had to pause. I also have a video coming out tomorrow. I'm doing another patron spread, and it's going to be for my love, Nikita, and we're going to be doing that one in Penley, so I'm really excited. I don't know. I need to go be nosy and lurk in the Penley Facebook group and kind of see and ask around, like, what's going on with the updates. I'm pretty sure there's probably a little bit of a pause going on with that. But I always like to stay on top of my Android apps because I still like to be able to sometimes film in them, and I don't like to go in completely clueless, if that makes sense. And after Nikita, I have to do KD's spread, and she uses Noten. So it's going to be 2 Android apps back to back on the upcoming weekend, this weekend and that upcoming weekend. So that should be fun because I haven't touched Noten in a hot minute. So I'm really curious to see what has changed since the first video that I did. Now, this kit that you're seeing me use here is now in Etsy, and it is so beautiful. It's my first take or my first collection of the year for fall, and I'm really in love with what I've done here. It takes everything that I love about that transition from summer into fall, and it just like slaps it in your face. You get the florals, but then you're getting that cozy snug feel. I'm from the South. The leaves change so quick. It's super humid, but once that cold kicks in, it's that wet cold that really sticks to your bones. It's extremely uncomfortable. So fall is a good season, but I actually prefer the cold, so winter is my favorite. But I love this box. I like the aesthetic of fall a little bit more than winter aesthetic, and it is a lot easier for me to design with it now. I used to be intimidated by designing for fall, but now that I've kind of, I've been doing this for almost 3 years now, it's really become very comfortable for me because I know, like, I can go outside of the scope of what's normal, if that makes sense. I was trying to figure out how I wanted to layer this, and I love the way it came out. Looking back at it now, I probably would have done a skinny pocket. I don't know why I didn't think I could, but either way, it came out so pretty. I love the vellum papers so much. Now we're moving into the screen recording. You guys are going to be able to see everything relatively well. So what I'm doing here is I'm going ahead and I'm finishing off what I was doing. And like I said, looking back on this, I would have done a skinnier pocket so you could see the girl more. If you wanted to kind of copy this, go with the skinnier pocket. I think it's a better design choice. But anyways, I'm going to hide this little paper behind here because you guys know how I love to layer. I love layering pieces. I love the way that it looks. It's so pleasing to the eye, and I never was that person early on planning, but it's definitely like who I am now. And it's so funny, I was talking to 2 of my ladies in the Discord. We were talking about my style and the change in my style, And it's such a growth. It's such a growth that has happened over the past few years. Just, I feel more confident in my choices now. Before, everything I made trying to put myself in the shoes of my customers. And that's a good thing. But when you're designing, it can be a hindrance because you're not creating from a place of enjoyment. You're creating almost in a critiqued mindset of, oh, but they may not like this, and oh, let me not do this because I don't think this is going to be popular. And it immediately stifles your creative juices, if you will. And so I think now everything looks the way it does for me because I'm confident that what I'm making is going to be good. I'm confident that I like it and I'm passionate about it. And in that, somebody else is going to like it too, right? I mean, someone's got to like it. There's a niche for everything these days. Speaking of niches, it's so funny. I have become such a gamer, and I've found that I really love to farm in games. It's so relaxing to me. I don't know. When I'm stressed, there are 3 things I will choose from to do. The first one will be to pray. And I know that sounds so textbook, and you're like, no, you probably don't. Yes, I do. Because I've done a lot of the don't pray and try to figure it out for yourself, and it never goes right for me, or for anyone for that matter. The second thing is reading God's word, because that's that communication. That's that bit where you pray and then you read his word. His word is communication to us. And the third thing that I'll do after is game, because then I can just relax my mind. It's the only thing outside of prayer and reading the Bible that shuts my brain up. As a woman, like you guys understand, as women, like our brains don't stop. So those are the 3 things that for me actually stop my brain from overthinking, because I'm busy playing the game, or I'm busy reading what's going on in scripture, or I'm busy praying because there's a lot going on. I'm going to have another Artful Agenda video coming up. I want to plan my month in Artful, so I think I'm going to save it for the end of August and show you guys how I set up my month. I have been loving it. I added checklists to my book list that I have in there, which I don't know why I didn't do that before, but it makes so much sense, and it's been such a fluid situation. And for everyone who has supported me through that affiliate link, I just have to say thank you so much. I appreciate it. It helps me out. It helps my family out. And yeah, it's such a blessing, and I can't thank you all enough for clicking that link and going in and trying out Artful for yourselves. I wouldn't be an affiliate if I did not believe that it was a good app, and I stand by that to this day. And this is coming from someone who makes planners for a living. Look, if anything, people are like, isn't that a hindrance for your business? I don't think so. We're 2 completely different things, but I love it so much. I love it, love it, love it. Speaking of, you guys, my obsession with these transparent numbers have not stopped. I think it's almost equivalent to when I had that large obsession with Polaroids. You'd always see one on my spread. I still make them because every now and again throwing a Polaroid on a spread is like just easy peasy. But this is just the cleanest, most, I don't know, like catalog style look that you could like have. It takes no time at all. Taking the transparent number and popping the day of the week, no matter which format you're choosing, is so crisp to me, and I love it, especially when you're talking about something over there being super, super layered and super, super, not busy, but just it's got enough going on. Everything on the right needs to be quiet. It needs to be kind of, I don't know, just more muted. And I love that about designing, and I love that about being able to plan. It's just so much fun. Speaking of designing, I hope you guys are ready for 2025's planner. I'm so excited about this planner. There are a lot of changes that are going to come to it, but there are things that I am going to keep the same. It's going to be different, though. It is going to be vastly different. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, no, this is actually going to be almost like a whole different planner, which makes me happy for the Etsy linked one. And then I'm doing one that's going to be more like a binder. It's going to be very empty because it's designed to work with the box. One of the things that we've discovered as me and my ladies, we've been using the planner all year long at this point. We've had all of the boxes. It's the growth of your planner size, because there's so many great, awesome things that you can put from the box into your planner. And so if you like have a new weekly pack, but the planner already has weeklies in it, it defeats the purpose. So those are things that I'm going to be like fine tuning in 2025's planner to really make it make sense, if that makes sense. So now I'm just putting my list for work. You guys know I don't really put my family stuff in the planner like that unless I'm doing a daily view, and normally that'll be just for me. When it comes to my kids and like their appointments and all of that, I really do prefer to use Artful because I need those reminders to ding me, and I just don't feel like messing around with my planner like in Zoomnotes, like linking it to the calendar and like it's just too much to think about. It's super like cool that it does it, but I just don't need it when I have Artful. So I use this for work because I have a lot of things that change and I don't want to be messing around with Artful for that. My week this week is just going to be box now that I've gotten the Etsy launch out. So this weekend is going to be filled with filming, which, I mean, I'm talking to you all. I filmed this like a day or two ago, though, or a day ago, I think. But anyways, it's going to be filming, getting things on Patreon. Sunday, I'm going to take a little bit of a breather and get my house together and get ready for the kids' school on Monday. And then it's going to be work, because I have to start working later in the day because of their homeschooling. So I'm really just trying to play with time, make it make sense for myself and what my family needs, and just kind of go from there. I don't know, you guys. I feel like with the homeschooling and with like being a wife and a mother and all of those things, one of the most important things for me that I've discovered is that I really need to breathe and think about what can wait, what is immediate, what needs to get done, and nothing does that for you better than a list. And so that's why you guys have been seeing me when I plan my weeks. It's just been like the little heart bullets and lists, because then I can decide on that day, okay, what is it in this list that can wait until tomorrow, because I know my hands are full. So yeah, and then even with the Galatians study, I've been more kind to myself. I am going to be filming part 2 actually once I finish with this. And then I will give myself grace, because it is a huge responsibility to share God's word, and there shouldn't be a rush on it, nor should I be lazy about it. And that's something that I have to remind myself. But I have to be fair. I am doing a lot of things as well as maintaining my own personal relationship with the Lord. And so I can't beat myself up all of the time when I'm falling behind. And that includes the Genesis studies here on YouTube. They're going to happen at some point, but I have to give myself grace and understand that I can't do everything all at once and be everywhere. I'm not God, like it's not possible. My kids are getting older, they need mommy more and things like that. So I'm happy that work has such a solidified routine. It's 1 Etsy launch a month, sometimes 2 if I can, and then the box. And that for me is enough. Like that's what I can commit to and promise the best quality of. Sometimes I look at my competitors and I'm like, but how is she getting all of these things out so fast? But I have to remember everyone is different, and just taking my time, I think, is just the way that I can do it best and be proud of what I'm doing for you guys. And so I appreciate all of you guys for watching and for being here with me. And if you've ever purchased an Etsy product from me, or if you are a part of the Patreon, or if you are a free member in the Discord, or whatever the case may be, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you joining on and even just being curious about the community that we've built. Please read the welcome message if you do join on free, so that you can understand you do need to introduce yourself. Once a week, my assistant goes in, sees everyone who introduced themselves, and approves them into the free Discord. So give her a little time, she'll approve you in, and then you'll be able to see all of the free channels and things like that. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. This spread is so stinking cute. It blends seamlessly with this month's box. I highly recommend you go check it out over on Etsy. If you are new here, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification. Check out the description box below. It has all the things, my Amazon storefront, Instagram, all of it, all of the goodies. But I hope you guys are having a blessed weekend and a wonderful end of the weekend by the time some of you guys may see this. I will talk to you all later. Bye.